Hey everybody,
Well, hey,
this is me, Scraps.
Emerald or Silver.
Yeah, that's over. And we're playing God of War. Rather, I'm playing, Silver's watching.
Yeah. Uh,
So you
yeah.
recently had a birthday this week. How's your week been?
I had the week off. I took the week off for my birthday.
Ah, okay. I want to see something fun.
Oh, you did that last time.
Did you stick around to see the scroll screen?
No, I left after we did the sign off
Ah, okay.
because you said just one more thing 3 times
Fair enough. This is one of
when
those
I was
one
trying
more
to do
thing
the sign
kind of
off.
games. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah, but we need to not do that. When we do the sign off, it's because it was getting late.
Ah, fair.
I understand it's a game where you just want to keep playing, but it's it's part of the reason why I have my reservations about it because it's when you don't want to put down, so it makes it hard to play in like hour and a half chunks. I do like Pro CD though. He can recite the entirety of Peter Pan, the Disney movie.
You can see them way down there.
Kill it. Yeah. We should play Needhog on the channel.
Maybe? I can't really say yes to that because despite many people's attempts to, nobody has actually told me what the game is.
It's a fighting game, sort of.
A lot of people say it's a fighting game, but like they can't tell me what it's about.
Okay, you have to get past the other guy. You have to get past your opponent in order to run to the next screen, uh, and you have to like make progress. I believe it's 3 screens before you get to the Needhog.
Gee, I get that,
So,
but like,
so there's like
what's the gameplay like outside of that? A lot of people
it's
bring
a
that up, and I'm like, yeah, I get that,
fighting
but
game.
what kind of
It
fighting game?
stick figures.
Say figures, okay.
Yeah, stick figure fighting
Combos,
game.
shurikens. Is it like
Uh,
a? Is it one of those really difficult, hard to learn master kinds, or is it like?
no, easy to learn, difficult to. The thing is, you don't need to kill your opponent. You just need to get past them. So there are a couple tricks. Like if you like there are ways to get past your opponent without
I haven't seen a single snapshot of this game. What? And I have no idea what the kind of combat is. Is it like spectacle? I get you gotta get past the person, but like
it's
beyond
fencing.
that, what's like? What do you got?
It's fencing.
Combos? Do you got like? Is it like one of
It, it
those fighting games where it's like
it's
more
fencing.
defensive wins?
It's about trying to get past them.
That's not answering the question. Was there anything else to it?
No, the game is just getting past your opponent so you can run into the mouth of the Nihog. It's
Yeah,
not
I'm
a
just gonna watch a
complex
video
game.
later.
Yeah, do that because it's an incredibly simple game. I think you're imagining something complex. It's just stick figures, fencing, and they're
Oh, it's a
trying to get
fencing
past each other.
game.
I said fencing five
You didn't say
times.
fencing. You said fighting.
I said no. I said fencing 5 times when you were asking about the combos, and you were like, "That doesn't explain it."
I don't think you said fencing. I heard
I
I heard
said
fighting.
fencing. I said fencing multiple times.
I heard fighting.
It is a fencing game. Its combat is like Zelda 2.
Oh, I didn't like Zelda 2.
Did you ever beat it?
No.
But the fighting is basically you have either 2 or 3 like heights that you can stab at your sword, and your swords can like stab each other to block. Um,
Okay.
and you're trying to get past you're trying to get past your opponent to run to the next screen. Um,
I have to climb through the wall and Tyr just jumps over it.
skill issue. Uh, but you basically you start in the middle of, I want to say, 5 rooms or 7 rooms. You start in the middle room, and at uh, either end of the
Ah.
total rooms is the need hog, and the goal is to jump into its mouth and sacrifice yourself. And to do that, you got to get past your opponent.
Sorry, I'm looking for puzzle pieces. It should be around here. They don't really do mix-ups until later.
Fair.
No. There we go. It's above me. Thank you,
As
Mimir.
above, so below. I do like Mimir. Kratos really did need a companion that wasn't Athena. So we had the plan where I would play the original God of War for the channel. Now that I got PS5, unfortunately, we're not going to be able to do that because it's not available for purchase. You can only play it if you have the upgraded PlayStation Plus, which I am not getting.
That's their online streaming service, right?
Yes,
Ugh.
that is the only way it is available
Yes,
to
I
play on
recall
PS5.
reading somewhere that
It is
choppy.
bullshit. Oh, not even that. I'm not upgrading my PlayStation Plus account in order to play God of War.
Good news. I have God of War.
All right, you can play it.
Just out of reach.
All right. You know what would definitely be able to hit it? A lightning bolt.
Yeah, but Kratos doesn't have lightning.
I know. I was just thinking about God of War 1.
Fair enough.
You know, the lightning bolt is the ranged attack. What did it do?
The gimmick of these stones is
It
that your axe
ricochets your
bounces
axe?
off of them.
Oh,
Which means
that's
I
an
can do
interesting
that.
gimmick.
How convenient. Oh, shoot. Boy, that's on you. You said it. All right, so important questionnaire.
What's up?
If Kratos, if Atreus took up a sports game, do you think Kratos would be the kind of parent who sits by the sidelines and silently approves, or do you think he'd be cheering?
Depends on the sport. I think that he would probably be silently approving until the coach makes a call he disapproves of. But I think he'd be. I think that he would probably give like advice from the sidelines. If it was Discus, he'd be like, "Raise your arm higher. You need to spin faster."
Atreus starts wrestling.
Yeah. Your
Use
form is
his weight
old.
against him.
Yeah. So
All right, so who are these?
probably
I
elves.
got a new bestiary entry. You can just read that. It's
Oh,
the light elves.
I was right.
So you might be asking, why are the light elves attacking me? Didn't we help them in the last game?
Probably because Freya's pissed at you.
Frey's not from the Elflands.
Oh, probably because Odin is pissed at you.
The elves don't listen to Odin.
Probably because they hate Tyr.
Everybody loves Tyr.
I don't know.
It's like everybody loves Rayman, but the title's not ironic. Yeah. I never had the right tools when I need them.
It's an older gate, built to promote cooperation between the elves, but it looks like it's been sealed for some time.
How do we enter?
So I spent most of my week playing Dark Souls 3 again.
Oh, yeah, I heard that.
Yep. I finally beat Gale.
Atreus, let me know when I've reached halfway.
Well, I finally beat the DLC in general.
This seal is meant to represent the balance of the realm when Freyr was here. Light and dark working together in harmony. How's that look, Atreus?
Good, I think. Father, now you go.
Unfortunately for Alfheim, Freyr couldn't accept his sister's decision to marry Odin. He returned to Vanaheim and left this realm to its fate.
To be fair, the Aesir did set him on fire that one time.
The door should have opened. Are you sure it's balanced?
Yeah, but the realm isn't. Not anymore. Father, try pulling it the other way. Yeah, and here, you keep pushing forward.
Oh, they're swapping? Or making it too much light? Oh,
Yep.
the dark just kind of popped.
Oof.
Fine work, Atreus. Shall we?
But yeah, the lore of Alfheim is being revealed. Turns out Freyr, Freya's brother,
That's just how they looked before the division.
The division.
Yes. The elves weren't always split between light and dark, you know. This statue depicts the elves
Oh,
before
it's
the
just
war.
like Metroid Prime 2.
Guess some things don't change.
Yes.
Why couldn't you just hit that directly?
Positive light to your axe.
That's useful.
my axe needed light power.
Oh. So it is just like,
What's that sound?
No sense in spoiling
oh
the
fuck. What was
surprise.
the Prime game that had the light and dark beam?
Metroid
That's
Prime
Prime
2
2, right?
Echoes.
It's the light.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
shoot.
yeah. Because Prime 3 was about
Never
the
seen the
bounty hunters getting infected with Phazon.
Winter, you reckon?
Of course, making the light unstable.
So the base of this light well, that's the Lake of Souls.
Yes, after the creation of the Nine Realms, fallen souls began to gather down in those waters.
When the elves discovered its potential, they built this temple to harness that energy. A smashing success, to say the least.
Many of them became addicted to their newfound power, and thus the lighthouse grew.
Yeah, see? Can't do it that way.
Oh, did you So the Sniper Wolf drama has been going on for the last week or so.
Yes, I've heard about that. Can you tell me more?
Though I imagine our lighthouse
So, Sniper Wolf is a channel that is infamous for
Low
alleged
quality
yeah,
reactions.
alleged reactions. The reactions don't add anything. It's just her sitting there. Anything that
Light elves?
any kind of comment she has is like pre-scripted, like reading off a script. And also, she doesn't credit the videos that she's allegedly reacting to.
Mm.
And so this one channel called Jack's Films made a channel where he he does criticism of each of her videos and finds the
The
person
original
that
creator.
yeah, the original creator, the original video, and make sure to source it so that people can actually see, for themselves. Uh, this has driven Sniper Wolf like up a fucking wall, and she ended up doxing his house live, like on a live stream. She put up a poll saying, "Hey, Jack's film lives only 5 minutes away. Should I pay him a visit?" And it was like, "Yeah." So she live streamed herself going to his house, which is doxing, you know, because like anyone can figure out where it is.
Swearing off violence doesn't disfigure some architecture.
And this this has caused a lot of backlash because one
Ooh,
of the
check this
main
out.
rules, yeah,
I can
one of the main
swing.
rules of the internet is don't bring internet drama into the real life. That's the line you never want to cross, dragging internet drama into real life. So YouTube has been absolutely silent.
YouTube the
Keep in,
company.
yeah, YouTube.
So different.
Uh,
Remember?
keep in mind, they
Stuff last time we were
remember that time they banned Actman for even joking about doxing at one point, but they're completely silent on Sniper Wolf until the
Actman joked about doxing?
so
So
when
make himself stronger.
when Quantum TV called his mother and YouTube did not do anything to him, he jokingly made a tweet like, "In my next video, I'm going to dox all of YouTube's quality assurance," like as a joke, because obviously, he couldn't actually do that.
There we
But
go.
YouTube banned him immediately, suspended his channel immediately uh, for a bit. Anywho, the so Sniper Wolf,
What became of Kavasi?
the Sniper Wolf situation, YouTube was completely silent until a decent amount of pressure by pretty much everyone, like tweeting at YouTube, making videos about YouTube's lack of response, and actually drove the stock prices down.
Mm.
Uh, and then YouTube put out a statement and be like, "We don't approve of doxing on our platform. Sniper Wolf is demonetized." However, there's an extension you can get that shows what videos are and aren't monetized. And guess what? Only her
Most
only like
recent video.
yeah, only like the two most recent videos were actually demonetized. The rest or weren't monetized, and the rest of the videos on her channel were still monetized. So YouTube is still in hot water, and also so is Sniper Wolf because Jack's Film is actually suing Sniper Wolf
Mm.
for for yeah.
Endangerment.
I think it's harassment.
Well, it's endangerment too, because.
Well, yeah,
Yeah, but fair enough. I don't know the actual.
yeah. And then Sniper Wolf is trying to be like, he's the one harassing me because he's making videos saying my videos are not contributing too much and blah 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 blah
Why they keep fighting?
or whatever.
The souls in the light left alone. The light elves want to keep using them.
That's the long and short of it. Aye.
So then, which side is right?
Rarely is it so simple.
And not our place to say. This is an elven conflict.
I said as much the last time we were in Alfheim.
Right.
Hey, Mimir wasn't with us when we went to Alfheim in the first game.
Interesting.
He comes after. I kind of forgot that detail, you know?
Yeah. Because don't you need to go through Alfheim to get to Mimir?
Made a lot of
Yes.
light doors?
Fortifications.
Yeah, he was like halfway through the game.
The dark elves run the roost again.
Yep.
God, it feels so much earlier than that. Like the first third. I guess that's just a testament of the impact he's had on everyone, you know?
That's fair. Check me out, puzzle solving.
You are set.
Hell yeah. Still not as good as the puzzles in the original, though.
Most
like
games
the-
aren't.
Yeah.
The first game has some pretty in-depth puzzles.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Like the
puzzle room.
Centaur Sacrifice.
We know.
There's a chest over here.
Oh, I see it now. Forgive my impatience.
Oh, tricky.
What if you leave it
I don't know if I think I messed
and
that
then
up.
call it back? Yeah, see?
Clever use of your axe, Kratos.
The exact thing I said. You did it.
Yay!
Glad we explored.
Oh no.
I do like the dynamic between the axe and the blades, because the axe is your heavy damage dealer, you know, shorter range,
Yeah.
more damage, and then you got the blades, which you can spin around and hit crowd control with, you know.
Yeah.
So there was a God of War 2018 comic book by Dark Horse. Are you familiar with Dark Horse?
Yeah. Dark Horse is like the biggest comic book publishing that isn't like Marvel or DC.
We
Yep.
understand these poems.
Dark Horse, I believe Dark Horse is the ones that did the Critical Role comics.
Yes, I
think.
believe they did. They do a lot.
And I think they did the Final Destination comics.
Final Destination had comics?
Yeah.
On one hand, not surprised. On the other hand, kind of a little surprised.
Let's see.
Yeah, so there was a 2018 God of War comic, and then a follow-up later that was the Adventures of Kratos in Egypt.
Oh yeah, we talked about that.
Yes. So they got Kratos in Egypt adventures, and then they also have his adventures fighting berserkers. Or rather, berserkers. Ooh. Yeah, so the premise is basically that Kratos is learning to control his rage.
Oh, my mistake. It wasn't Dark Horse that did the Final Destination comics. It was Zenoscope Entertainment.
Huh. Fair enough. Actually, let's go down here. Yes, steer can jump. Surprising for a white boy. Okay, that's kind of old.
Yeah.
Everybody knows that white people can play basketball now.
Yeah. Still can't dance though.
True.
That's how you know Twilight Sparkle is white. Remember, she is canonically a horrible dancer.
Fair enough. Okay, do I want to go up or do I want to go? I'll go this way.
That's the rock. Oh. Another chest. He's getting the hang of it.
I've never seen a light elf with so much control over the Guess that's on us.
They must have anointed a new temple guardian. Svartal Yoffer's counterpart.
The Dark Elf King. In the light now.
I see. This one's a timing puzzle.
Dang it.
Oh, I like that. Hitting it but wrong causes the momentum to stop.
Ah, I see. Timing must be precise.
I like Tyr.
Yep, Tears is very likable.
Yeah.
I mean, of course, he was built up over the previous game as the ultimate likable guy.
Yeah. And I think the thing I like the most about him is that he's slowly coming to the realization that this is not the first time Kratos has done this kind of thing. So whenever Kratos does go somewhere he doesn't think is the right way, he's like, I don't think that's the right way. Oh, I see what you're going for.
Yep. It's sort of getting used to Kratos' adventuring style, you know?
Yeah.
This mystic doesn't see us.
There's Twilight still on the ground.
Check this out.
Oh yeah, Ricochet. My favorite Mucha Lucha character.
Never liked Mucha Lucha.
I did.
That's fair.
Continue up this way.
Yeah, Assassin's Creed that shit. Like a frog. Ooh, I like that. Oh, nice. It sort of locks on to the angle you need to hit a person.
Yep. It has a little aimbot going on.
But that, I mean, considering you're ricocheting the axe off of geometry to get it, it's completely understandable.
That's fair.
It would be extremely tedious to try and manually aim at a moving target that's like,
Constantly
trying
making
to do-
adjustments with very precise controls.
yeah.
Yeah, I get it.
I still can't figure out how they're making light bridges.
Look at this statue. These crystals. I've noticed them on the elves as well.
The elves have crystals that give them light bridge powers.
This statue were to fall over
I
the chasm,
see.
Ta-da!
I mean, that's one way to do it.
That's pretty clever. I'll give it that.
Crystals still make light bridges. Now the light elves wear them. Smart.
almost there. Allow me.
Okay. I thought he was pushing it to I thought he was
I dare say he's beginning to enjoy the brutalism. Pretty soon he'll be laying waste to pottery.
yeah, I thought he was pushing it to like get it to be the bridge, you know, like in Atlantis.
Look up. See?
That makes sense.
Feels like
Kratos
a
would do
small
that
set. Can't believe
I think he has done that numerous times.
multiple times. All right. There we go. What's around here? There's stuff. I'm trying to make sure I have everything before I move forward. It's the loot
Yeah.
goblin in my head. It can never be
Yeah.
happy, never be pleased. You think you know everything? Well, you don't know me. I need loot. Loot. Loot.
What we need is more money.
over there.
Oh wow, you didn't even see that one.
Okay, I'm gonna try again.
Yeah, I guess you gotta do a certain order.
No, it's not an order. It's just you gotta do it quickly. Okay. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I figured that like it was just different. Each
There
one
we
happened
go.
at a different time, you know.
Nah, you just gotta hit him quickly and like. There's an optimal path, like an optimal hitting pattern, but like not necessary. The optimal hitting pattern is to get the one in the awkward spot first.
And here we go again.
Here we go,
Yeah.
here we go, here we go again.
Here we go again.
Here we go, here we go, here we go again. He thought he was being slick.
Yeah. So I bought I got Bloodborne and I got the Crash Insane trilogy.
Oh yes, so I heard.
I have quite a few criticisms about Crash Insane.
That's fair. Many
which,
people have.
according to you, I'm not the first one to have.
Oh yeah,
I
definitely.
I knew that the turn radius on the jet ski was changed.
Not nearly as tight.
Yeah, I didn't realize that it was that the movement of other things such as the tiger or the motorcycle
Man,
had
you got
also
that
been
bird.
changed, as well as the hitboxes being pills instead of cubes or rectangles.
So it's interesting because I believe originally they were only given the task of doing like the first game,
Think there's any
but then like after a while Activision's like, why not the second and third game too? Especially since Sony was fine doing some of them basically footing part of the bill, they felt no reason to not go all the way.
Yeah, I'm fine with all three being on a single a single pack. You know, I'm fine with all three being on a single thing because I mean, that's more game for the same amount of money. You know, it would suck to have each one be released individually for full price. But some of another issue that I've been having with it is that the the shadow. So in the original, the shadow was a solid circle, which helped you to be able to tell where you were. However, in the remake, it's actual shadows. You know, it's a shadow that's the shape of the. Actually, it's inconsistent. Sometimes it's a shadow that is the actual shape of the character, and sometimes it's a shadow that is like a soft gradient that's not nearly as easy to see as a solid circle was in the original.
I get that.
But the shadow in the original served a purpose, is to tell where you were landing, and with it being great, like a faded gradient, it's not as easy to tell where you're landing, and that messes up because it's also got really bad depth perception. But that was also an issue with the original. So I'm not docking off points for it having horrible depth perception. That's just how the game always was.
True, the Crash series has always struggled with this kind of thing.
Yeah.
There we go. Finally.
Hey, there's a chest that you missed.
And I did not miss it. I just delayed getting it on my first rampage.
Unfortunate. I'd wondered what became of Sparkle.
We had to defend ourselves. But when he died, he told us we helped the wrong side.
I see.
Fine job, brother.
I do like this dialogue and how they're tying it in with the elves. Right, wrong, who's really responsible, you know.
Yeah.
Both
And
sides of a conflict. I love this environment, though. Look at this. It's a
yeah.
desert now. It was a freaking jungle the last time.
I think so.
Wasn't
Just be the storm.
wasn't Ragnarok not necessarily seen as a bad thing until until the Norse mythology got like passed through a Christian lens?
No, it's never been seen as a bad thing. The thing about the Christian lens is that it mostly just uses it as a way of shoehorning in the fall of the old gods to shoe in the new ones.
Also, they make Loki an outright villain instead of just a trickster.
Well, convenient. Also, Loki doesn't appear in many before Christian stories.
Yeah.
Well, it varies. Sometimes he's in older ones, but it's like his form has changed.
Yeah, he wasn't a major character and like
Oh, there we are.
the uh, 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 a main antagonist until the Christian lens, because you know
He's facing the wrong way.
The
Christians
Christian lens really likes having a convenient
a
devil.
central villain. Yeah, and since there's no like overtly evil, like
The angle should work,
that Norse mythology doesn't really have like good and evil. It just has forces of nature mostly, like personified.
Come on, let me grab it. Come on. Nope.
And you
Not
know
letting me.
it's
Oh, I'm doing it from the wrong angle.
yeah. It, and you know, Christians don't like nuance.
Limitless. Limitless what? Power?
Unlimited power.
Unlimited power.
That's hell on the throat.
Skywalker. Save me.
Hey, so Ian McDermott is like
Great.
really fucking yeah. Being able to do like a feeble old man voice to the like grimy Palpatine voice like on a dime takes a lot of talent.
At your service.
Oh, it took me a moment to realize Tyr was holding on to the thing.
See,
I probably noticed
that
it in the
means now
first playthrough.
you'll know to look for it later.
When Tyr is adjusting
But I
the
can't.
mirror to make it workable.
Soul is one with the light now.
Yeah, that means you'll know to look for that later. Now that you know that's the thing he can do.
I hope so. When Father went inside the light,
Went inside the light of Alfheim?
Yes.
And yet here you stand, of sound mind and decidedly not incinerated. You must tell me, Kratos, what did you see?
That memory is for me alone. But I felt only moments pass.
didn't feel like moments to me.
I was trapped. Atreus overcame great odds to save me.
Oh yeah, that's when Atreus slaughtered like a mountain of elves.
Yes, very good scene that.
Oh, absolutely.
So, did you ever meet Groa?
Many times.
I think the reason why Kratos was able to withstand it is because he's died multiple times.
Oh, he's listening.
Let's go back in. Kratos, go towards the light. God, that episode of Shaolin Showdown fucked me up.
That's fair. It's a really good episode, though.
It is.
Oh, you can hear
It's
the
like,
music. Ooh.
oh yeah, it's definitely one of the best, and like one of the best twists in uh, animation history, in my opinion.
That's fair. Oh, you can hear Faye's theme there.
What are you doing?
Heard something.
Father, she's gone.
Get your death flags here. Get your death flags. We got your red death flags. We got your subtle death flags. We got your really impressive death flags.
Yeah.
You want a death flag? Here's a tragedy. Free on the house. Nah, but seriously, there's nothing wrong with a death flag.
They've changed some stuff.
Yeah.
Last time, there was all this hive stuff up here. So many dark elves. All this time, I thought the dark elf king. I thought all the dark elves were. Dear,
Yes?
did we help the wrong side?
Are you certain that's the right question?
What's the right question?
Is there a right side?
Exactly. What do you think, Atreus? Is there a right side in this war?
I don't know.
Then perhaps you shouldn't pick one.
I love how Tyr and
Kratos.
Kratos are like two dads.
I mean, they're both gods of war, and they understand. They understand how awful war can be for everyone
On
involved.
that note, Tyr's advice that maybe you shouldn't pick one is very tragic.
Yeah, I mean, there are definitely instances. I love that.
It's like the only spot where two of them line up. It's perfect.
It's like the lasers in Totally Spies. You know the exact scene I'm talking about.
I know exactly what scene you're talking about. How
Really
dare you
fucking
remind me?
stupid scene. such a dumb scene.
It's so good,
Nothing
though.
about what happens is how any of it works.
They would have sliced off their own feet doing that if it actually did work that way.
Yeah. And also, why not just use the lasers on the bar? Why did they have on the bars? Why did they have to
Hiding their secrets in plain sight.
Wait until you see this.
bounce it off mirrors first? And also, that angle isn't.
Oh,
Oh,
we're
it's
doing
another
this
door.
again.
But now with Tyr.
Yep. This is gonna tear him a new one.
Ah, yes. Here we have Groa's search for her missing husband. She was relentless in her attempt to find him. Meditated for weeks on end. Unfortunately, she found something else. A vision of Ragnarok.
Word of Groa's vision reached Odin. He sought her out, demanded a private retelling.
Didn't like what he heard, apparently.
Ironwood? That's the... I don't know what that is.
The mythical sanctuary for giants. Curious.
So it's in Jotunheim?
I know some giants thought so, but Ironwood isn't anywhere, lad. It's a concept, a metaphorical paradise. It's not real.
Presumably, Groa requested her ashes be returned to Jotunheim, while her soul found peace in the light. Difficult to imagine Odin respecting those wishes. The champion?
I think it's supposed to be... me.
You assume too much.
Aye. Best not to read into these abstractions.
That's
so
a
much
lot of
fully.
spears.
Prophecies are
That
spiritual in
is.
nature. Although some are more obvious than others.
Ragnarok.
Aye. The end of everything.
So this is it. There's nothing we can do to stop it.
There must be a way. Why else is this hidden?
Is that your Jormungandr
Look,
fighting
Potentially.
Thor?
this is what we saw.
Considering the hammer, I'd assume it was Thor and Jormungandr fighting.
I can't.
What's this then?
Oh,
That's new.
Was that
Asgard is
was
destroyed.
that boy?
But the other realms thrive?
oh no.
So killing Odin will help everyone.
Groa lied. Of course she did. Odin's working off a false prophecy.
So then, we can win Ragnarok. We can beat Odin.
We are not present in any of this.
But that was Tyr leading the charge against Asgard. Plus, Hell's army was there. And the elves. Champion. Okay, whoever that is doesn't matter. But for the first time, we know something Odin doesn't. We just saw we can win.
Oof.
I won't allow prophecy to define my choices.
But we just saw
No,
you.
Atreus. This is wrong.
God, he's so fucking tall.
Discuss.
Even in assured victory, he still believes it's wrong. That's tragic.
It's time.
Was that an eyeball?
Mm.
We can't stop Ragnarok. But we can win.
Oh,
If Asgard is
Oh, hey.
destroyed, Odin will not be the only casualty. There must be another way.
Sindri, what are you doing here?
So, what'd you see?
A lot. Roa lied to Odin. Ragnarok isn't the end of everything. It's just the end of Asgard.
Just the destruction of an entire realm. To say nothing of its citizen, its wildlife. Those ignorant and innocent of Odin's misdeeds.
You're enough. There is much to discuss once we are safe at home.
Let's upgrade my shield while I'm here. Yay! Alright.
You know what my favorite shield is?
Do tell.
I like the energy shield, like the Sheikah shields from Breath of the Wild.
That's fair.
I really like energy shields, like the ones the jackals use in Halo.
Makes sense. Energy shields are very cool in general.
That might be my best
Yeah,
guess yet today.
I just really like the idea of like a small like watch shape, like a disc you wear on the wrist, about the size of watch, suddenly just like exuding energy and becoming a shield. It's a really good aesthetic.
That's fair. So we're a little under an hour in as a heads up. We should definitely be able to wrap this area up before the
All right,
before the deadline. Tyr, get out of my way. Move, Tyr, get out the way. Get out the way, Tyr.
Perhaps we should focus on our egress first.
Agreed.
you know what? Episode of Adventure Time fucks me up the most.
I've
called
never
Hall
seen
of
it, so perhaps
watch
I
any
do want to
episode.
see it.
Yeah, I can make a list of like really fucked up episodes if you just want to watch those. But it's called Hall of Egress, and it's a mind fuck of an episode.
I think I've heard that one.
Yeah, it's one that people usually point to for like Finn, like a huge step in Finn's character development. The context is like it's right after
Oh,
uh,
boom.
Flame Prince. It's right after Flame Princess breaks up with him because he fucked up a lot in their relationship. He was pretty fucking abusive in their relationship,
Oh, that's
so she dumped him.
kind of fucked up.
Yeah, a lot of people complained about that, but I think that it's really a pretty solid way of showing that no one is infallible. Like he was what, like 14
I don't know.
in the show, and basically he lied to her so that she would kick the Ice King's ass because he thought it was pretty hot of her to kick his ass.
That's kind of depressing.
Yeah, and to make her mad at Ice King, he wrote really personal things that she had told him, and said that Ice King wrote them. It was
Oof.
really fucked up of him to do.
Are we sure he's not the villain?
He was he burned that bridge. He like or yeah, that bridge has been thoroughly burned,
I mean,
and
burned
he
with a
did
lady who's
eventually.
literally fire.
Yeah. He did eventually, like, they did eventually reconcile, but, like,
Oh.
not to the point where they date again. They, like, it was a huge, like,
Bit of character growth.
yeah. Basically, he needed to fuck up in order to grow, that kind of thing.
That's typically how most stories go.
Yeah.
Because the thing about change is that it's painful, it's personal, and nobody likes to do it. So in that
That's the,
regard, the
yeah.
pain of growth has to be less painful than the pain of staying the same.
That's the philosophy of Adventure Time. Everything stays, but it still changes. Like in the end, it's back to the status quo. He's single. But he's learned a lot, and he hasn't had
He's okay.
a romantic partner since. Well, maybe. Uh, There are strong hints later on that he gets with a character named Huntress Wizard. Uh, but yeah, the cool thing about Adventure Time is that the show itself aged with its audience, and as it went on, it took on more and more like
Oh,
mature topics.
deer got attacked.
Alpha,
Yep. I have no idea who
King's
this is,
Pet.
but she has a name.
It's the king. Oh wait, no, the King's Pet is Ava, Ava, in Dark Souls 2.
That's fair.
Yeah, Ava, the King's Pet, is invisible unless you get an item called the Eyes of the Sage.
It's a very good boss fight, though, to be honest. Very clever.
What, Ava?
Yeah, the idea of a boss fight that you can't see until you get the later
Well,
item.
well, here's the issue with it. There's one primary issue that I'm not the first one to make this complaint. Um, so it takes place in a snowy tundra, and those who had played Dark Souls 1 were trying to find like footprints in the snow to try and track her.
Oh, it
And
wasn't
there is
properly conveyed that it's one of those boss fights where you're supposed to come back later.
Yeah, it wasn't proper. Like if it didn't happen in a snowstorm, it would have been a little. It probably would have been a lot easier to tell. But because it happens in a place where there is snow on the ground, and people who play probably have already had experience fighting an invisible boss in a snowy area, and naturally they'd be looking for footprints on the ground. That's also one of the issues I had with Sister Frida in Dark Souls 3, because she also goes invisible, and there's snow. But no they haven't done footprints to tell where an invisible person is since Priscilla.
Well, that's a bugged boss fight. That wasn't intentional. She just vanishes sometimes.
God, I love the IGN. Oh, he killed someone.
I. It's gonna be okay, Tyr.
That's the first person he's killed in a long time.
I told you I would not follow you to war, and yet here I am, dragging an innocent elf
Innocent?
and marching towards the destruction of Asgard.
What choice do we have?
There is always a choice. I will not lead you to war. I won't. I'm not that god anymore. I don't want to fight. But with you three, there is no avoiding it. Your path leads to countless deaths, unimaginable pain and suffering.
This is probably going to be. Oh man, Kratos would know all too well that trying to avoid prophecy only causes it to happen.
Oh, we lost our bridge.
Oh no, he's going into the light.
The soul water. Yep.
Over here! Your train!
Yeah, it's like that scene in Hercules.
Who put the gladding gladiator? Hercules.
Hercules. Mythology guy says that's actually a very accurate statement.
Fair enough.
In-
You know, it's also not. You know, it's not accurate
Hades
though.
is gonna be so mad when he gets out. If he gets out. I'm okay with if. uh,
I mean, Kratos knows a thing or two about dealing with Hercules. Man, Tyr killing it with the disappointing dad look.
Yeah.
No, sir. Hey, dear.
And I'm still loving the one-shot camera.
And
Oh,
I'm sorry
yeah.
about before.
No,
Cinematography is
I'm
great.
sorry. I should never have come. We shouldn't linger.
I love his design, by the way. The way his armor looks is just peak.
Yeah, it's all. I can't tell if it's metal or leather.
I think it's mostly leather.
Yeah. That's what I was saying. Either leather or a very, very rusted metal.
And according to prophecy,
Speak no more of prophecy.
War will not give you the purpose you seek, Atreus. Only slaughter.
so what are we supposed to do? Roll over? Do nothing?
Enough. We will discuss our next move when we are out of danger.
Yeah, we need to get to Brock and Sindri's.
Yep. Make your way to the Mystic Gateway. Oh no! I'm under attack again.
It's an explosion.
How fortuitous.
I'm so sick of fighting elves. Can't they just leave us alone?
I mean, last time we were here, we murdered a bunch of their friends and family, so I definitely see why they wouldn't want us around.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fair.
Hard to be friends with somebody who showed up, killed your king one day, put the light in the hands of your enemies, you know, stuff like that. Ooh, wait a minute. Is that bramble I can burn? No, it isn't.
Yeah.
Oh, check out that
Oh,
punch.
He took it out in one punch, man.
I love how One Punch Man became a meme.
He's always a meme.
I mean, yeah, true. But I like how universal the meme is to some degree. All the ways Kratos can dismember a body. They never really get old, you know?
You ever get the urge to just cut off one of your fingers?
That's a terrible urge. Don't listen to it.
I don't. I wasn't saying have you ever cut off your finger. I was saying have you ever felt the urge? You know, it's like the call of the void. Like it's an extension of the call of the void.
Once in a very dark point in my life, yes, I actually did think about going through with it.
I never said thinking about going through with it. Just has the thought ever popped up?
Ah, the fucky intrusive thoughts, not the.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, no, it's like an extension of the call of the void. You know, like when you're standing on a cliff and you're like, what would happen if I jumped off? You know?
Still not a healthy thought, you know?
I know. But it's a natural thought to have.
Humans are naturally curious.
Yeah. The call of the void is such a fascinating phenomenon. You know?
Let's keep moving.
Potentially.
It's
the inevitability of like those dark thoughts everybody has buried somewhere in their head.
Yeah.
Horrible,
Oh,
lingering. Best not
yeah.
to dwell on.
Oh, I never do. The it's very easy to experience it in video games when you're coming across a bottomless pit, you know, in a game where
Not really.
I mean, in Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, I didn't even know there was an underground section when I played Tears of the Kingdom. I just jumped into the hole because, you
Well,
know, it's a deep
that's just the
hole.
urge to spelunk. That's people in holes, you know.
Yeah. Man, I would love to get a Minecraft server and play Stone Block with you. Or not Stone Block. Wait, is this Stone Block? Stone Block Factory? It's basically Sky Factory, but instead of in the sky, you're in a 5 by 5 cube in cobblestone, and it's just all cobblestone. That's the only thing there.
And then what?
Well, you gotta make shit. You got no what? You got no items. All you have is a 5 by 5 cube and 4 torches, which are on the wall. The way you make shit, I really do like mod packs like that and Sky Factory, where you start with so little and you make so much out of it. God, I was feeling nostalgic earlier today because I was in a server I'm in. We were discussing Minecraft,
I never got into
and
Minecraft.
uh, I miss Fleef and I miss Complete the Monuments maps because those were like peak Minecraft. But
Aren't
both
they
of them,
adding a new mob to Minecraft now?
I don't fucking know. But Spleef was where everyone has like maximum upgraded shovels and you're standing on snow blocks. And so you gotta dig the snow out from under someone so they fall into the lava below.
Hmm.
It was so fun.
Give me a second. Get over here.
Kratos can canonically kick Scorpion's ass.
Yes. We know this from the
Mortal
crossover.
Kombat MKX, I think?
No, Mortal Kombat 9.
Oh, okay. Right. 9 had Kratos and Predator, and 10 had Freddy Krueger
No, no,
and
no. 9 had Freddy Krueger. X had Predator.
okay, yeah, X had Predator and Alien, I believe,
I believe
right?
Freddy was in Freddy v Jason was in 9.
Yeah, it's hard to keep track of which
No, no,
guest
Jason.
characters appeared in
Jason
what.
was there too. I got my Freddys and my Jasons mixed up.
One of them had Freddy and Jason, and the other had Alien and Predator.
Alien Predator was definitely X.
Okay.
You want war, Atreus. See for yourself the legacy this one has left for the Barons. I've had far more than I can stomach.
Oof.
Atreus went into the hole.
So we can leave, or we can see what's out this way.
We do not need to rush. We should see this.
Because we're about an hour 9. Let's see where
Yeah.
we can go here.
Yeah.
I trust prophecy, but I'm not sure we should just ignore what we saw either.
We are not ignoring it. We will discuss it back home. For now, I wish to search.
Well, they bring back the old mechanic.
Oh yeah.
They gave us a new one, but they also keep the old one around just in case.
Good. Yeah. Lead the way.
Hmm.
Probably still one more. You probably gotta climb that cliff to get up it. and get an angle.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, that cliff.
Atreus,
Oh, that's just a practice one to show you they exist.
Oh,
Maybe better than you one day, huh?
if you are not, I have failed.
Come on, bird. Come on, bird.
I think he flew away. Oh, there it is.
Okay, whoops around.
Excuse me.
The flying ones are the worst.
Yeah.
He's gonna do a loop around. Okay, I give up. I
That's
can hunt
fair.
these in my spare time.
Hail, fellow travelers.
Atreus heard a creature in pain in the desert.
Over a storm like this? Most impressive.
You know Alpine pretty well, right? Do you have any idea what's out there?
No, sorry. The elves and I... Long story, but it's best when we keep out of each other's way. Hive matter is... stickier than I care for. Good luck on your search, though. Stuff some cloth in your ears to keep the sand out. Don't knock it till you've tried it. This axe just keeps getting stronger.
Yay! Upgrades.
Have we more to talk about?
There's the portal. Gonna leave it be. Oh, companion accessory. Completely forgot about that.
Whatever you need. And Atreus? Kratos?
I like Atreus' armor. Gold and blue is a really good combo.
Oh, absolutely. Always is. Let's see, what's next? Stranglehold 2. Yeah, let's buy some of these while I'm here. Oh, and I need that boy's accessory. Deal bonus stun damage and rune grade release. There we go. Hmm.
What are these animals?
Gulag, native to
Look.
Vanaheim.
Look.
I like them. They're dogs. Can you pet them?
No, you can't.
Oh.
As I said, the game makes you earn petting the dogs.
Someone trained them
That's
before
fair.
it was dead. Lucky for us.
Domesticated Gulag. Most unusual.
Oh yeah, hit all the barrels.
Yep. They got stuff in them.
I assume so,
On a side note,
considering they didn't slow
you
you
probably
down.
can't hear it, but
Any particular direction to find your wounded
the controller makes jingling noises.
Can't hear anything out here.
I mean, I can hear jingling, but I think it's...
to catch our bearings?
That would be the controller.
Yeah, okay.
Whatever this thing is, I think the animal's inside.
Whatever's inside is kicking up quite a bit of sand.
How do we reach it?
There's caves and tunnels aplenty out here. Let's find one. See
Oh.
where it takes us.
Look how spooky that is. Look at this big cave. Ooh, and a shiny.
It's an Alaskan bullworm.
Big Mamma Jamma Alaskan bullworm.
I like the Alaskan bullworm episode.
It is a good one.
These things smell awful.
I'm probably getting a little too complacent.
Yeah. I think you're doing good.
That's fair.
Get that frog.
Get that frogman. Is that Frogger? Is he on his great quest again?
Speaking of frogs, a new show came out.
Yes, Captain
Recently.
Laserhawk.
Yep, and it is quite an experience to watch. I enjoyed it.
It's by the guy who was the producer of the original Castlevania series,
Yeah. The
Adi Shankar.
yeah,
To give
it's
his name.
really good. It's basically all the Ubisoft properties exist in the Cyberpunk DLC for Far Cry 3, I believe.
Yes, it includes Pagan Min from Far Cry 4.
Yeah. It's got a frog that is part of the Assassin's Brotherhood.
Class A.
Yeah.
He's my
It
favorite.
He is my favorite. It's got Rayman.
Of course, the Ray of Man.
Yeah. He's a television host. Like a television talk show host.
Yep. Rayman in Ray of Hope. The Rayman story.
Yeah. God, I love his character arc in it
Oh, it's
though.
very well done.
His beef with Red.
Oh, fun fact. The voice actor of Red is the creator, Adi Shankar.
Oh, nice. He was also a really fun character because he had a beef with everyone.
I said what I said.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd have beef with that guy too if I met him.
Oh, absolutely. The guy's a prick. Red, I mean, not the voice actor.
Oh,
The voice actor is
absolutely.
phenomenal.
Bullfrog is voiced by the creative director.
Oh, nice. I really liked the I really I don't know how to put into words because it is a really really wild show.
It's from the mind of a man who never knew the concept of taking a step back.
Yeah, no, it is so fun. It is a wild ride from start to finish.
Oh, bird.
Bird, bird up. Down, down, down.
Bird, bird, bird. Bird is the word. I said bird, bird, bird. Word's the word. So I'm gonna
Oh,
see if I
is
can
that
find the desert entrance, but I don't think I'm gonna find it before our time is up.
That's fair. Ugh. Yeah, I enjoyed. So I played through Dark Souls 3 with the Uchigatana and the Black Blade and the Chaos Blade. Those are the ones that I upgraded all the way for most of the game.
And then you found the Pharaon blade.
So normally I use great swords. I'm a Zweihander, as you could tell. Like I use the Zweihander, and if y'all watch my Dark Souls playthrough,
You're all about them great swords. All
yeah,
about that great. About that great. No trouble.
yeah. So when you were like, "Hey, the Farron Greatsword is good against uh the oh goddamn, I can't even remember the dragon's name."
Midir.
Yeah, Dark Eater. I was trying to remember, but I kept wanting to say Mimir, and I'm like, no, I know for a fact that's not it. But to be fair, they are literally one letter apart.
I don't know, Midir can be pretty dangerous.
But the you were like, hey, the Abyss Watcher's greatsword is really good against Midir.
It does 20% extra damage.
Yeah, because he's an abyssal dragon
Yep.
thing. I was like, okay, I'll try that. And thankfully, I didn't need a respect because it scales with Dex.
Well, to be fair, you were against it at first because you were going for a dex build and didn't want to respec. And I'm like, oh, that's good. It's a dexterity.
So much sand.
Yeah, it's a Dex great sword,
Yep.
and I kicked Nadir's ass.
Scales and all.
Yeah, I kicked his ass, and then I also kicked Half-Light's ass, who was also giving me trouble because I kept getting ganked. But for that, I did the side quest with Lap. I did Lap's side quest so that I could summon him.
That's fair. Probably for
I
the
like
best
Lap.
because if you do Half-Life before you do Lap side quest, then you miss out on that redemption.
I do like Lap. Lap's side quest. I'm not gonna spoil it, but it is one of my favorite things about Dark Souls 3. Lap is my favorite character out of all the FromSoft games.
So how long do we want to go tonight? Do we want to do like the full 2 hours, or we want to do like an hour 30?
What we at now?
We are at an hour 22 minutes.
Yeah, let's go the full 2.
Okay.
All right. But yeah,
That's good because I love this side quest.
Look,
yeah.
cave entrance.
There we go.
For nice. For Gale, the final boss of Dark Souls.
Gael. Yep. Oh,
Yeah.
lizard.
Slave Knight Gale. Um,
Yeah, sounds like it. We'll
it's
find
pronounced Gale. Everyone pronounces it Gale in the game.
Okay. I like
Um,
Gael. That just.
I like Gale.
Hmm.
But yeah, no, Gale is the last boss of Dark Souls because,
The
he's the
final
final
one.
boss of the DLC. He's the final boss of the DLC.
The final enemy in all of Dark Souls.
Yeah, and I think he is a very appropriate final enemy. Like, he is fantastic.
Boom!
He is
Check
a-
that out.
Nice. He is
Yeah.
a hard fight, but he's a fair fight. I got to the second phase on my first try. And I got him
Nice.
down to like 2 or 3 hits on my third try. And then I stopped to eat.
Okay.
All in all, it took me like 8 tries total to kill him, which is really fucking good.
It didn't take you a full
Um,
day like
it,
Artorias.
Artorias took me like 3 days the first time, but also was I was going about it so wrong. First time I faced Artorias, I had like a long sword, and I also didn't have Havel's ring or the
Mm.
ring of favor and protection. Uh, like now I can kick Artorias' ass on the first try, but Gale is definitely out of all the. So Artorias revolutionized how FromSoft approached bosses
Of
because
course.
he was the original dude with a sword. Like I know Gwyn is technically a dude with a sword before that, but
He's the archipel one. Old dudes with
yeah,
swords come off of him.
from come from Artorias because Gwyn is slow,
And considering what happened the last time we
much
went out,
slower than Artorias.
can we really blame
And you can definitely see the influence Artorias has had on Dark Souls 2 and 3. Definitely on 2, because 2 has so many goddamn dudes with swords for their bosses.
That's fair.
But Dark Souls 3, they did tone it down, but they also changed the way the fights are to make them more faster and streamlined, and I do think that was also an effect of Artorias.
It was also an effect of Bloodborne.
And that too. Uh, but Artorias is so good that like one of the major bosses of Dark Souls 3 is Artorias cosplayers.
Fair enough.
Um, and Gale is the only dude with a sword boss that is able to surpass Artorias, in my opinion.
Fair enough. I like the
That's how
Abyss
good he
Watchers
is.
fight.
The Abyss Watchers are a really good fight. I had the Abyss Watchers are the ones where I spent an entire day on them the first time.
You've
Now
gotten
I
much better at Dark Souls.
oh yeah,
The creature you
I definitely have.
was a knight.
it's not always like
I
that.
was playing the first
Some
one
days are just
today
I feel
also, and I uh,
just thinking
did the depths
a
and
lot of things.
Orlando and Lost Eyes Lith.
So,
Really?
I am capable of
what
curiosity.
Kratos is up to right now is he's hunting a animal with his son. Not hunting as in hunting to hurt,
Behind
but
you,
more hunting to help.
behind you, there was a Twilight Stone you could angle to hit those things.
Yep, there we go. I had to adjust my positioning because I can't use the There we go. I can't use the axe and the chains at the same time.
Understandable. I like those little lizard things.
I hate them.
I think they're cute.
Oh, they're very cute. The problem I have with them is entirely the fact that I'm really, really sick of them. Alright, watch this. I know it's up there. Give me a second. Okay, I'll come back for that. Okay, I guess
Can you
I
get
gotta
Boyd?
open that up first.
Can you get Boyd to shoot it?
No.
Alright.
This area folds back in on itself, so I should be good regardless. I love
fair.
these sections, though.
They remind me of the bounce pads in Sonic.
Enchanted rings?
Bounce pad.
Much has changed.
I like bounce pads.
Well, yeah.
Are you familiar with all the bounce pads in a hit game, Sonic Boom?
No, no, it is.
Well, not those ones.
Wait,
Fair enough.
Sonic Boom. Fantastic show. Awful game.
Sonic Boom, Sonic Boom, Sonic Boom. I will say this: I do feel bad for for Big Red Button. They kind of got screwed by Sega.
Oh yeah. Like there's the cutscenes. Barry Kramer did a breakdown of like some of the cutscenes weirdness. That should have hit. Oh, it worked.
Oh, it did.
Yeah, didn't you hear it?
Oh, yeah. I did not. I thought I was a bit too slow. Yay!
Yeah,
You know what
like
they say? An apple a day keeps the doctor away.
yeah. So with Sonic Boom, there's a lot of just weird rendering in the cutscenes.
A
Like
lot of it has to do with the engine and the Wii U.
yeah, the. So normally character models would load in the pose that they're supposed to be on the frame that it cuts to that particular scene, but not in Sonic Boom. Because in the cutscene, it'll load them for a T pose, then unload them, then load them into the correct pose. So like over the course of like 3 or 4 frames, which is a very noticeable amount. Uh, it is a noticeable amount that it
There we go.
looks really bad. And also the characters just like teleporting behind you when they're following you
Oh yeah, that's always
caused
bad.
some weirdness because like at one point in the Game Grumps playthrough, Amy had teleported right behind them as she was drowning.
Oh
So like
goodness.
she appeared for like 2 or 3 frames like upside down before disappearing.
Ah, I remember that one. Yeah. So
Yeah.
you know why that happened, right?
That in particular, or why the quality of
The game went downhill. Yeah.
yeah, because is that the one where they were like halfway through or like most of the way through production, then told to make it work on another console that had a completely different engine? Or am I thinking of Sonic 06? I can never remember.
Kind of a bit of both. Sonic 06's problem is that it was basically crippled by a lack of developers and a tight deadline.
Okay, so Sonic
Um,
Boom is the one where it was made for one particular console, and then like most of the way through development, they were like, okay, you also need to get to work on this one, and they was not a good thing to do.
Pretty much, it was a case of the console you're designing for is the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One, and then Sega drops. Oh, by the way, we made a deal with Nintendo that we don't want to really do, so you have to finish it for us. See,
Yeah.
before the Wii U was a certified failure, Nintendo and Sega signed a deal that they would release 3 original Sonic the Hedgehog games. Not
Sonic.
spin-offs, not like side games, but like 3 full-on games.
It was Sonic Boom, Sonic Colors, and
Sonic Colors is the Wii.
Sonic Colors was the Wii.
Yeah, it was Sonic Boom, Sonic.
Sonic Generations.
No,
No.
Sonic Generations was on all consoles. Um, it was Sonic Boom, Sonic. Okay, I know this one. I know this one.
Well,
It's
Sonic Boom also had a 3DS, didn't it? 3DS release that was kind of different.
yeah. What is? I know there was another one. Oh, Sonic. Sonic Lost World.
Oh, right, that one.
And there is another one I can't recall.
I think you
I
need
think
to
it
blow
might
up
have
the.
been one of the Olympic sports games.
Oh, probably. I think you
Oh,
need to blow up the gold thing.
there
Oh.
we go. I had to do a little creative bouncing.
Simple geometry. God, Overwatch. Blizzard had something good with Overwatch, and then they fucked everything up.
Overwatch really is like one of those cautionary tales.
Oh,
Like how to
absolutely.
completely fuck up like a multimedia project with like a ton of money and investors.
Yeah.
I know that.
Uh,
I'm usually the one who drags us around trying to
for
fix
one thing, don't announce features you know are currently canceled.
Well, they announced it when it was still a thing they were working on.
No,
But
no, when they announced the hero mode campaigns, like the single player campaign, it had already been canceled for 2 months.
no. What happened was they had announced it when they were doing it because the director actually wanted to do this, but then he left, and the new guy came in and decided he didn't want to do it, and that's when they removed it. But they had already decided to cut it by the time they were advertising it for the
When
release of
they
the game.
when they made the announcement, it had already been cut.
No, when the game was came out.
No, when they made the announcement.
I'm pretty sure that the announcement was made and then they removed it before release. They used it in all the advertisement up to the release of the game, but by then they had already cut it. Because I'm pretty sure it was still something they wanted to do when they announced it, because they announced it before the game had even started proper development.
Well, on the big presentation, like because it was a major deal that got them in a lawsuit that they were still advertising the single player campaign even though it had already been canceled for 2 months.
Yes, at release.
Okay.
The at release part is the important part because while they were still developing the game, they were talking about how they were doing it because they actually were doing it. And then before release, they stopped doing it 2 months in advance. They'd
Okay,
already
okay. I
decided to
think
cut it before release, but they were still advertising it in their stuff about the release of the game.
okay, I think I see where I was uh
I totally get it. It's
messed.
very
Yeah.
confusing.
Yeah. I just remember the big presentation that happened in like
trying to sing.
It's the song of
oh
his
god, I
island.
guess it was
We
like
don't normally sing like this in Ragnarok.
October
Look at
a
that.
couple years ago. Oh shit,
Judging
jellyfish.
by all this hive matter weighing it down, it's been trapped here for dozens of winters.
These things are like so obscure that like even mythology guy had to go back and go, "Oh yeah, they exist."
Saw was here, so
Oh boy. Well,
So you
at
got to find
least
the
we
angle
can
to
admit
hit all of them. Probably
past
that.
brother is truly awful wordplay.
No.
Embarrassing, really.
Ah, you need to blow up that gold shit.
Yeah, but that's the tricky part.
Well, from that red area, like right, yeah, you can hit the pot from here
Oh,
to the left.
now I see it. I didn't. Yeah, took me a. It's all about angles, man.
Yeah.
Oh, girl. All about them angles.
Ah, yeah.
there we go.
That's one of them done. Ah,
There we go.
hell yeah! Free the jellyfish.
Still can't get out.
Much of the hive matter is gone. We can free it from the surface now.
I see. Oh yeah, chest.
Yep. I love the design of that giant jellyfish, though.
Oh yeah, giant glowing blue jellyfish are fantastic. That's why I like Metroid.
But it's trapped in our hive stuff.
Hive matter doesn't belong to the Dark Elves, any more than the light belongs to the Light Elves. It's just another of Alfheim's natural resources, one the elves have used since the time of their ancestors. And while the Light Elves seem keen to banish the hive over on their side, the Dark Elves make effective use of it out here in the Barrens.
So by clearing out
Oh,
all this high,
boom.
Oh yeah. Ooh, big chest.
My reward for my hard work.
I do like that a lot of Kratos's missions are about freeing things that have been trapped for a long time.
Oh, very dramatic.
And also, he can definitely relate.
Yep. It's all about
'Cause,
that
you know,
relatability, you know?
yeah, he was a dog of the gods at one point.
I love the story section in
this is the spot. We can cut the half goof loose here.
it's oh my god. Okay, I'm trying to remember how to phrase this. It's in like God of War 2018 in which he's telling a story about a horse that won revenge. So it gave a rider a saddle and a bit and they teamed up to get their revenge. Revenge
It
was
flies
had.
now.
Sounds much
It
easier.
flies now.
Hey, the storm's gone.
Aye, perhaps we'll finally earn some goodwill from our Dark Elf friends after all.
That's
Oh yeah, and the
beautiful.
allegory was about him and Ares.
Yep.
You don't have to do this kind of stuff.
Because after revenge was had,
No?
he was still forced to wear the saddle and carry the rider.
Be out here.
Have you ever considered he just wants to spend time with you, lad? While he still can.
Really?
Death flag, death flag.
Eyes ahead.
Get your death flags here.
Man, I wonder if Kratos is gonna die.
I don't know.
Alright.
Oh, that took a while to load.
Yeah, it's a little dusty.
Thank you for bringing us out here. I'm glad we did this.
Something over here?
As am I.
I was already here. I think I was already here.
Yeah. Yeah, you were already here.
Oops, I
God, it's
did it
beautiful.
again.
Let's.
So
Is
now
that all
we're
there
supposed to do that thing
is to
Buffy
do
said,
here?
right?
There's other stuff. None of it's all that important right now. That's for later. Oh, there we
What?
go.
Oh, I thought the shadows were like freaking out, but then I realized that was just the tendril, of the jellyfish.
All right, let's do this.
All right, the spirit of vengeance.
She's not spawning. There we
Oh.
go.
I guess you ran right past the flag.
Kind of awkward, to be honest.
Yeah. They probably made the steps up to this area just slightly wider than the flag itself, so you just walked a little too
Oof.
far to the side. And then you hit the flag when trying to leave.
Gosh. This is much more annoying when you're, like, not on easy mode.
Skill issue?
Nah, she hits like a brick shithouse. She does a ton of damage. Like, she halves your HP with every single hit. It's obnoxious.
One too angry to die.
We will see.
Her combos aren't hard. It's just she's a ton of HP, and, a lot of her attacks are unblockable when they shouldn't be. There we go. And I think we're good.
What is it, Lemire?
Baller.
It's nothing, brother. Just you ever have those moments where you wish you could go back, rewrite your own past, make
trouble than it is worth.
Ah, fair point. You're speaking metaphorically, right? Of course you're not.
You know what one of my favorite gags are? When someone's trying to like use a metaphor to explain an experience from their life, but they do it really, really poorly.
That's a funny one. I'm always fond of the metaphor that's actually something that happened.
Oh, yeah.
It's like when you're falling off a really high cliff, Adumba.
Thing. In the Ragnarok prophecy Odin knows, all the
Yeah.
gods get together
Fiona and
to
Cake has a
destroy
really,
Asgard.
really good
If the
one.
version Groa kept secret, Asgard still falls.
So there's a character
We
that
wouldn't have time to
sings
prevent
all
them either way.
about how they're going
Oh,
to.
this is
What
important.
really make?
Oh,
Enough. We will continue later.
Oh, he's asking about the importance of Groa's lie. And because I entered another area, he
oh.
stops talking. Dang it. But it's about the importance of prophecy, and
Atreus, I've
there
been
we go.
considering your question about whether Groa's deception made a difference. I think of it this way. When it comes to subverting prophecy, knowledge is power. Without the full picture and context, the finer details can lead you to tragically incorrect interpretations. Back in my homeland, I was privy to the operations of a certain coven of heath witches who were keen on destabilizing the government. They picked an influential thane, an otherwise loyal man, and fed him
Are
a
you talking
story
about
of his
Macbeth?
own ascension to king. They dressed it up in enough details they knew would come to pass, so when they did, the thane took it as confirmation. Next thing you know, he's helping matters along. He murders his king, sleeping under his own roof.
He is talking about
Murders
Macbeth.
the many he once called friends, too, thinking them fated to oppose him. Then, for a finishing touch, the witches revisit this usurper.
Yeah, that is definitely Macbeth.
Details structured ever so misleadingly. They convinced the fool he was invulnerable to all threats.
Physical or magical?
Aye, aye, but 'twas not so for him. All turned into a rather magnificent bloodbath as they go. The thane ends up without his head, his name so cursed, none dare speak it. All thanks to a subtly deceptive prophecy.
You really gotta write the
God.
numbers down one day, Mimir.
Well, try. Sure, place to get sore. Thank you,
Oh God, I love Macbeth.
Oh, it's a good story. Okay, so we're gonna return back to the house, watch the
Oh,
cutscenes there, and get set up for
okay.
what's next.
I love how I immediately realized what he was talking about.
The coven of he with it, witches.
Yeah, the witches telling him he'd be king. That's when I started to suspect. When he killed the king under his own roof, I was like, yeah, that's Macbeth. So yeah, Fiona and Cake has a character that sings about how love is like being put into a blender and becoming one. And then one of the characters is like, that's a lovely metaphor, and she's like, not a metaphor. And then pulls a curtain back to reveal a giant blender.
but they were fleeting.
There is nothing wrong with opposing
Okay,
war.
a little messed up.
Opposing prophecy.
Well, on the topic of like, metaphors that aren't actually
Yeah,
metaphors.
fair enough.
By any of it.
Am I the only one that
For
remembers
people
that
trying
our
to
entire
make
training
metaphors
went
and
down? If the giant
messing it up though,
Ragnarok,
Critical Role Legends of Vox Machina
Question is,
has a
whether
really
the
good
tier
one in
will be
season 2.
Mm.
So this character is a bard, the typical horny bard, sleeps around. Uh, he ends up in bed with this woman who tries to kill him. As soon as like he removes his gear, she ties him down, and then tries to kill him, and reveals that she's actually his daughter, and wanted to get him into a vulnerable state to kill him for abandoning her mom. And when he's trying to convey that to his friends, he's like, "So let's say you had this puppy, and you the puppy had a connection with you. And then you try to sleep with the puppy. And his friends are like, "Did you sleep with a puppy?" And he's like, "No, no, no, no." Uh,
On the topic of like people sleeping with their daughters, you ever see Old Boy?
no.
That is a really, really fucked up movie.
Didn't Woody Harrelson marry his own daughter? No, the Woody Allen. Woody Allen.
God, I don't know.
Yeah, it
Oh,
was.
hello.
So, this whole
Oh,
spectral
baby,
squirrel business.
it's
You
a
can shoot out
spectral
your
squirrel.
feelings to little ghosties.
I suppose that is a slightly inelegant way of putting it. These spectral versions of myself are aspects of my personality that I often find distracting at best. My ability not only lets me cast them away and provide some temporary peace of mind, it also allows me to see what goes on outside the tree.
Why not just go look yourself?
As the eternal caretaker of the tree, I may not leave its confines. All part of the deal, but worth it for the immortality and such. My spectral forms still allow me to see the outside world, albeit through slightly colorful viewpoints.
That's one word for it. That bitter form of yours is a nasty piece of work.
I'm standing right here, you know that. I'd apologize for him, but where would it end? I suppose I needed to take up more of your time.
Ding. And anyway, if you keep ringing the
Yeah.
bell, eventually Prosody yells at you.
Yep. I have the very firm stance that immortality would fucking suck.
Come help me, will you? Oh, sure.
Oh, he's making soup.
We can eat
Oh hell yeah.
And the table's bigger.
Nice.
glad you're in a better mood.
Yes. I was a little overwhelmed. Forgive me.
Give me a
I'd
second. I want
imagine
to
you'd
deal with
like
this before they yell at me more.
gather more allies and shit, and the table keeps getting bigger.
I mean, fair enough. Always a favorite.
Yeah.
There we go. Next. Yeah, I'm gonna grab that one. Why not? There we go.
Honey, nothing seems to settle my mind quite like cooking. Being locked up for so long, you forget how much you enjoy it.
Andreas, eat.
You know what's food from a fictional series that I've always wanted to eat is?
Is it House Moving Castle?
No, but I would actually like to eat
Enjoy.
the ham breakfast
Enjoy, my
thing
friends.
that or the bacon or whatever bacon eggs.
Proceed about
The,
that.
okay, Studio Ghibli makes amazing food in their movies.
Absolutely.
But no, I was gonna say Brock's potato soup from Pokemon.
Oh, fair enough. I always liked his donuts.
Oh yeah, jelly filled donuts. Oh god, do you remember that one episode where they where four kids replace a giant rice ball with like a sub sandwich, but the problem was that the rice ball has to roll down a hill, so it just looks absolutely absurd.
Yeah.
What was it all for? Don't you ever think about that?
Every day. I cannot believe her purpose was to inspire you to take foolish risks.
But what if the Giants are counting on me?
What giants? I counting on you. Be safe. To be smart.
But-
Use the judgment of a man and not of a child.
But what if Loki going to Ironwood is the only way that...
Oh, Atreus. My son.
I'm not hungry anymore.
Forgive me, Kratos. My words were chosen carelessly. You really should eat.
Oh,
Some people swear
That was a really good cut.
on a daily basis.
all the cuts with Sindri are great.
I just don't
Oh,
understand.
absolutely.
Why is there all this stuff about Loki and the champion and Ironwood if none of it's real? He's just so... Ugh.
I love Sindri.
Oh
You
yeah,
see how he puts down like a mat?
yeah. So that it doesn't mess up.
Mind if I give you the best advice you've heard all day? And possibly ever? Sleep.
I
That's when
thought he was gonna say
all
eat.
your mind work themselves out.
Sure. Fine. Sleep.
I would love to see like Out of Bounds or Boundary Break do an episode on this, specifically with Sindri, to see how that works.
That would be interesting. They also do some really impressive transitions later that I would love to see the technicals of.
Oh yeah, Boundary Break is a fantastic series. Um, what is that fucking Bakugan that he's got? Oh, I see the lighting change. Like, I would love to see how that works. Specifically
It's a
with the
rock now.
oh. Specifically, I'd like to see how it changes the lighting. Because I'm assuming it's just unloading the room and loading in this new map. But it is pretty seamless.
Oh. Behind me.
And the bed's gone.
Letter.
I wish I had known I was a god in Alpha. I wouldn't have felt so bad about killing so many elves.
Oh yeah, that's when he
What's going on?
that was a flashback to when he was like,
I
A bratty kid.
just knowing we're gods makes me feel so much stronger.
yeah, and Kratos had to like, explain to him that being a god fucking sucks.
All you ever talk about, over and over. Do something about it or shut up already.
Little people's little
We're
problems.
sick of hearing about little people's little problems.
Memories. And not nice ones.
You broke the gate. That was our only way to Jotunheim.
What do you want?
I love how they just disintegrate.
I don't
Oh, yeah.
understand.
Whatever. Whatever.
This is a wonderful way to do like self-reflection.
Hey, don't run off.
Whatever.
Can you
Oh, the
stop
voice is
running?
changing,
Whatever.
I think.
Whatever.
Will you stop?
Oh.
It's the many different ways he said whatever at one point.
Yeah, for a moment I thought it was getting deeper to his normal voice to show that he's acting the same way now that he did back then.
I gotta get out of here.
Turn around.
Every now and then I get a little bit lonely and you never come around. Turn around. Right out. Gonna be pushed by another version of him. Oh, it's like pitch.
We can do whatever we want.
Please,
No wound. Oh shit! No, that is a wound.
Why is this happening?
This is a much better knife than Mother's.
Please stop!
What a fucked up moment.
Oh yeah. Is the wound
I
still
like how the
there?
wound transitions away.
Yeah. Was it the broken arrowhead?
That was the knife. The
Oh.
broken arrowhead is gone. Freya took it last stream.
Yeah, but I mean, I expect like a memory of it to
Fair enough.
Fenrir? No, that's
Fenrir's
there.
dead.
Oh, no.
All right. We are 2 hours in exactly.
All right.
Where are you going?
Let's find out where this goes next time.
Yep.
Follow you?
All right. So, thank you everybody for watching. This was God of War. There's also on the channel, I will have done Mario Wonder. Oh, Mario Wonder episode 1 should be up by the time this goes up on the YouTubes.
Yep.
Um,
Hopefully.
There's also Pikmin, which I am playing with our friend Biddy. There is a couple tabletop RPGs going on, one of which is a homebrew system called System Wasteland, run by our friend Chakri, and the other is a D&D 5e homebrew campaign that I'm running called World of Tapir. So go check those out. There is also Tabletop Thursdays, where on Thursdays we play, me, Chakri, and Biddy play Tabletop Simulator.
Yay.
Yay! Comment challenge of the day. What food in a show or game have you always wanted to try?
You know what? They have a great conversation about this later in the game. So I won't tell you what Atreus's is, but I will tell you what mine is.
Yeah,
The Turkish delights that Edmund trades his family for, and
in Lion Witch and Wardrobe.
yep, those
Well,
look
to be fair,
delicious.
Turkish delights are real, and I have had them, and they fucking suck.
Tragic.
Yeah, they're like mid tier at best.
To be fair, that was probably part of the joke.
I'm pretty sure it was. All right. Well, with that out of the way, there's no left to say about it. Good night, everybody.
Good night, every Kratos boy or squirrel.